Hi and welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial we will be looking again at coordinate geometry, but this time we will be looking at the equation of a circle. So let's dive into this. Firstly, the equation of a circle is given by the formula x minus x1 squared plus y minus y1 squared equals r squared. Bring your attention to the graph on the left. We see that x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the centre of the circle labelled as C, and r is the radius of the circle. Within the circle, we form a right-angled triangle that we can label as PBC. Given the sides of the triangle as x minus x1 and y minus y1, we can use Pythagoras theorem to calculate the magnitude of the radius. So this is r equals the square root of CP squared plus BPB squared, as displayed. Now, for calculating the centre. The centre is always the opposite sign of what is given in the brackets. So, if we have the equation x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals r squared, the coordinates of the centre are nothing but C equals positive 3, positive 2. That is 3 units in the x direction and 2 units in the y direction. So let's try an example. Say we have the equation x plus 5 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 25. Now, as previously stated, the centre of the circle is always the opposite sign of what is in the brackets. So the centre in this case is nothing but minus 5, 2. Now, what is the radius? So, if we look at the formula for the equation of the circle, the radius is r squared. So we're given this as 25. So the radius is nothing but r equals the square root of 25 equals 5. Now let's try to find the equation of a circle given the centre and the radius. So if the centre is given as C 6, 4 and the radius is given as 6, we now write down the equation of the circle as x, remember this is positive 6, so now it's negative 6 squared plus y positive 4, so now it will be negative in the brackets, squared equals 6 squared. So this is now x minus 6 squared plus y minus 4 squared. 6 squared is 36, so this equals 36. And there we have it. Now to our next example. We are given the information on the graph on the left. We are given the centre and the point on the circumference of the circle. So let's find the equation of the circle for this particular example. So if you remember, r equals cb squared, the square root of cb squared plus pb squared. So where do we go from this? Well, we have to calculate the lengths of the side of the right-angled triangle. And this is nothing but x minus x1 equals 6 minus 2 equals 4. And for the y minus y1 equals 9 minus 3 equals 6. Now, using Pythagoras theorem, the radius r equals the square root of 4 squared plus 6 squared, which equals 2 root 13. So the final equation of our circle is x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 2 root 13 all squared, which gives us finally x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 4 times 13, which is 52. And there we have it. So let's try another example. This example is slightly trickier, but please bear with me as we go through this. So say we're given the equation x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 2y minus 10 equals 0. Let's collect the x terms together and the y terms. So x squared plus 4x plus y squared plus 2y, and let's add 10 to both sides of the equation, giving this equation equaling 10. So next we have to perform completing the square. I'm assuming you are familiar with this, but if not, please check a previous video. So what do? Considering the x terms first. Well, completing the square involves putting it brackets, squared, x, then halving the other x term, which is 2, and then squaring 2 and subtracting it, which gives us minus 4. Now for the y terms, again the same thing, y plus 1, because we are halving this term here, squared, and subtracting the square of 1, which is simply 1, and this equals 10. Now combining like terms, we have a minus 4 here and a minus 1 there. Minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. So let's add 5 to both sides, giving plus y plus 1 squared. Adding 5 to both sides will give us 15. So now we have our equation of the circle. So the centre is as before, the negative, because it's positive, negative 2 and negative 1, and r equals the square root of 15, square root of 15, which gives us our final answer.